Yeah, they did.
At least top 5.
Well, he's giving up the offense, so that's we should see some changes. And they're supposed to be going to like a spread style offense.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they do with that, with a more fast pace. Michigan's a big fullback, tight end type, traditional play action.
So is Harbaugh. Harbaugh's that
and
way
that's what
too.
he was bringing.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of slowed us down. And so, when we needed to score, sometimes we get, because it's not that hard to defend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's like Harbaugh's fourth year or third year? Fourth year.
Fourth, I believe.
Is it fourth?
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's going into his fourth.
And it's it's harder, especially in the recruiting game, when you're running that older style of offense.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but as a coach, the kids don't want to play in that.
No.
I mean, they don't. So they're like, why am I going to go to Michigan when Ohio State's wanting me,
exactly,
or Florida's wanting me, or Texas, or
absolutely
one of these? I mean, any of these other schools, Alabama.
Yeah.
It's just you got to open it up a little bit, and I mean, I'm not a guy who's going to by any means tell you to sling it around every down. As a defensive coach, that makes me more nervous.
Right.
But I get it. You've got to change the style of offense a little bit to keep up and to get those 5-star kids.
Absolutely. And they got actually a good core of receivers that to play with. So if this offense starts to fit, because now they all get a chance. Usually they got 2 receiver routes, combinations.
Yep.
And so they're sitting on the side kind of way. But now you can use 2 and 3 or 3 and 4.
Yeah,
that changes some things, and now you can utilize your talent. And so Ronnie Bell, he played a lot as a true freshman last year, but he's really going to get some action this year because they can put him in the slot and he can use some of those quick hitters that spread offenses bring.
Yeah, I mean, even Alabama's really kind of switched over to that, which, we remember years ago, Saban's running I-form.
Yeah, he was a fullback tight end guy.
Take it easy. But now, even he kind of transitioned over because he kind of learned. I mean, Ohio State did the same thing eventually. Urban kind of learned, like, hey, I gotta switch it over.
Yeah.
I gotta bring in, I gotta switch this offense
Yeah.
up. Defense kind of can stay kind of consistently what it's been doing. Changes up a little bit on defending the spread, but you see a lot of the championship teams are switching all to the spread stuff.
Yeah.
So Clemson's the same way.
You
can still be run first out of that. I mean, really, you just kind of eyeballing the safeties and kind of seeing how they're lining up. You can still run first if you prefer running, which I know this guy does.
And that's what RPOs give you.
Yes.
And that's the new system that everybody's using. Even the Chiefs are going to the RPO.
Chiefs big-time RPO.
And
the quarterback they draft's perfect RPO.
Absolutely.
One reason, and I've talked about before, I saw Arrowhead Pride broke it down. Alex Smith, his last playoff game here, Tennessee Titans, second half of the game, he read every single RPO incorrect. All of them. Every single one. Incorrect. Patrick Mahomes, on the other hand, he's been doing RPOs since he was young. So,
absolutely.
I mean, he's no problem to get into that. So
that Texas Tech system with Kingsbury.
Oh, yeah.
No more wishbone? You mean
I'm sure somebody still runs it.
No more wishbone?
Georgia Tech, doesn't they?
Yeah, Georgia Tech.
can give you
Coach is tired.
How about
the one that ran it? Paul Thompson, I think, was his name.
So now it's just the Air Force, Army, and Navy.
Yeah, St. Thomas Aquinas here in Kansas City, or the Kansas side. Their head coach, Randy Dreiling, he's a flexbone guy.
Here's a Dallas thing for you. See, if Barry Switzer would have ran the wishbone for Dallas Cowboys, he would have got a couple more Super Bowls too. See, he got away from.
That'd have been interesting.
That would have been interesting.
I could do a whole show, in my opinion, as Barry Switzer is the coach of the Cowboys, but I don't think we have time.
Don't be too mad. He got you a ring.
I know.
Okay.
But I'm not saying I'm mad.
He didn't care.
No, he didn't care.
No.
And that was the problem. That was the problem. And we'll leave it at that. He didn't care.
He cared about this.
Yeah,
a little bit. A little bit of cash money. Well, real quick on Michigan, where are they at in the preseason 25?
I would have to look. I think they're top 10.
I would think so too, right?
I think they're top 10.
Big Ten's going to be tough again.
Yeah.
Right? Ohio State, Michigan.
Ohio State's going to be interesting because they got a new coach now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now Myers isn't there. We'll see how things transition because Myers is still a game manager like no other.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's what got his team through. Just certain calls that he would make at certain times of the game were just kind of brilliant calls. And so will they have that same kind of game manager? Because they're going to still have pretty much the same kids. Yeah. They got the new transfer in from Clemson. And Tate Martell went on down to Miami.
Yeah.
So.
And I think Ryan Day is the new coach at Ohio State.
Is that who it is?
I think that's his name, Ryan Day.
I try not to
on staff. He was the interim coach,
Okay.
during Urban's suspension last year. So,
coordinator?
yeah, he was the O coordinator, and he was the interim coach during the suspension. So, yeah. But, I mean, it will be interesting now that he's had a full off season. Because you never know. I mean, just like we've talked about, putting your kids in the Friday night lights and when the live bullets fly, how are they going to react?
Yeah.
How is he going to react on the sideline as a head coach for the first time?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's just so much more that go into it than calling plays or being there. I mean, you got to worry about everything, not just your thing. Like, that's what I love on Friday nights. I'm coaching D linemen, and I'm subbing guys in and out.
Yes.
And that's what I have to worry about.
That's
my job.
Everything from the pregame routines and getting them motivated and all those different things that coaches do, the little nuances that kind of get the kids ready to go. Is he going to change the system? Is he going to keep the same old system? All those things he's got to make decisions on. So it'll be interesting, but Ohio State's going to still be Ohio State.
Yep.
Big Ten's going to be solid. I'm interested to see what Mertz does. At Wisconsin, can he win the job?
We're looking at KC Boy. We'll be watching him.
I coached against him when he was a junior in the playoffs, and film doesn't lie, and I knew he was good. Yeah. But, I mean, seeing the ball come out of his hand in person, I was in awe. Almost,
I've worked at a couple of Hoover's camps, and, he's there. One time I brought my quarterback to kind of see, how he fit up. And it was one of Hoover's exclusive camps. Like, it was kind of invite only.
Yeah.
Drew Lock came back to help out with it. So you had all the big wigs. You had Derek Green. You had the kid from Shawnee Mission, the big kid, 6, what he was about 6.
Our quarterback last year, Andy Maddox.
Yeah, he was there. So it was just kind of a whole lot but it just jumps out his hand.
Yeah.
It just jumps out of his hand.
It was, I had never seen anything like it from a high school kid.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been doing this a couple years and seen some guys throw it that do pretty good. But, I mean, it was a different ball coming out of his hand.
And I could tell Hoover worked with him because I remember him from 8-10 when he was young. Braces still kind of like young.
Yeah.
And you could see he could throw it a little bit, but at that point it was jumping out of his hand.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Like,
that's a big arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
He made some really good throws that night. Unfortunately, we didn't win that game, so can't say our team came out and beat him. But we I thought we did pretty good against them. They actually ran it a lot more than we were expecting.
Sure.
He made every throw he had to.
He did.
That night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, are you a fan of Jim Harbaugh at Michigan? I mean, do you think it was a good hire for the program?
I was excited about his hire. I do like him, but he's kind of on the hot seat a little bit. We got to be able to win the big games, and he's not winning the big games. And so I want him to be successful. I was in 5th grade when he was playing for Michigan.
Yeah.
Like, I got a picture of me and him at a Rose Bowl, like after the game kind of thing that, so we go back. Like, so I'm definitely a fan. I'm a diehard. But at the same time, Michigan as a whole needs you to get over that hump. We got to get over the Ohio State hump. Like,
What's his record against Michigan State?
I think he's got 1 against Michigan State.
Yeah.
I think he's 1-3. He's 0-4 against Ohio State. But he's always top 5, so he kind of keeps himself relevant.
Yeah.
But then that 1 or 2 games keeps him out of that extra talk or that comfortable side of things. But, just kind of the Michigan faithful are like, yo, all right.
Yeah.
This is that year.
It's time to go.
It's that year.
Coach, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
The Michigan gymnast scandal thing that happened, Urban Meyer, how much did it hurt kind of that region in college athletics? Did you hear me?
With the Michigan State?
And with the Michigan scandal, with the gymnast thing that was going on,
State.
all that, and then Urban Meyer stuff. How much did that hurt that region in college athletics, do you think? I mean, that Michigan thing was pretty big.
It was. I think the schools carry a big enough name that they'll be all right. It may have kind of tainted it a little bit. I think once it's focused on the individuals a little bit more, kind of shifted away from the school and tainting, recruits coming in and different things like that. But it's always a black eye when you get that kind of press, that kind of negative press. But, Michigan is Michigan's. Ohio State is Ohio State. They're the state universities.
Yep.
And so it's kids that long to go to those universities regardless. So something like that doesn't kill them. it probably make more nationally. You know, kids maybe coming in from outside of that region, but the regional kids, they've been supporting those schools for a long time. So if they get the opportunity to be able to be a part of it and wear those colors, and they still take it. Yeah, you know, they gotta pay to clean that up a little bit. But they got so much ridiculous money that it's not hurting.
Yeah,
it's not hurting them. And I kind of got the background on that just because my dad worked in that, and you know, they won the national championship, and that quickly raised $1 million just for the parade.
Yeah.
Just for the parade. And I mean, big time donors out there. Like, before he got into the athletic part of things, he was just kind of a fundraiser, and his region was LA. Well, you know, he had the mayor, you know, so many alumni are out there. So like the mayor of LA at one point, I think the owner of the Dodgers, like, he took me out there and we were sitting first baseline right behind the dugout just because. But those are the people that are giving money back.
Yeah.
So it's big time money coming into these programs, and every program has the big time donors. But it's a lot of money coming in.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
That's a rich history over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you mentioned Andy Maddox, our quarterback from East last year. He's actually going to Michigan.
Is he?
He's going to walk on up there.
In fact, he had on the Michigan shorts at the A-10 last summer, and we acknowledged that. Good.
Yeah, he's going to he's a preferred walk on up there, so he's going to, you know, I mean, preferred walk-on obviously doesn't have the high rank of the recruit, but you know, he's got a chance. He's going to be on campus and in front of those coaches and evaluate, and
absolutely,
you know, it's all on him.
Absolutely.
You know, like we tell any kid that goes off to college, now it's on you. We did what we could to help you, but you know, now it's time for you to, you know, get on your grind and do what you need to do. So,
well, I wish him the best with that. Absolutely, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I'm excited for him. You know, any kid that gets to go on and pursue their dream of playing more football after high school is fantastic.
And if nothing else, he'll just be able to be a part of a program that's as big as any, you know, and, you know, just being able to go into the locker rooms and put on the colors and all that, that'll keep him motivated. And then he'll see what he's working against, and then time to go get it. And,
I mean, you know, at college, this is one luxury they have that we don't. They're always recruiting your replacement.
Always.
They're always looking for that next guy.
Always.
I love the guy I got, but, you know, hey, I get this guy. He's a little better.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the high school level, unfortunately, we can't do that.
No,
we get who we get.
Wait and see who's next.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait and see. So kind of go back to your bio here as we took a little detour, talk a little Michigan.
Yeah.
You said that however, because of your lack of focus in the classroom, you didn't allow yourself the opportunity to play at the next level. So you used that motivation. You still went to college, Southern University in Baton Rouge, got a major in education to become a teacher and coach, so you can use that voice to be an example about taking the classroom seriously.
I did.
I mean, I've talked about that a lot, but, you know, that I wasn't good enough to play in college, unfortunately. So it wasn't in the cards for me.
Sure.
But, you know, you're on the other side of that with that academics. I mean, I tell kids all the time, that's the first thing they're going to look at.
Absolutely.
So can you just talk about your experience
there? I'm a living example of it. I remember my senior year, a university called me, and they wanted to get me on campus. They asked had I committed to anybody yet, and they wanted to get me on campus. And, you know, they really liked me. They followed me my last couple seasons. And he asked my grade point average. And when I told him, he was like, well, son, gotta wish you luck. That, you know, we can't do anything with that. And I'll never forget that conversation. Of all conversations I had my senior year, and that's the one that I share with athletes, and that's the one that I share with my students in class. Like, a lot of times you hear the success stories of coaches that worked hard, and I did all the extras, and you know, I made it and I got my opportunity. I'm not that guy. Like, I'm the guy that was, you know, being silly and not, you know, turning in homework and, you know, just doing enough to get by, and it caught up with me at the end. And so I think that one motivated me to go to school and finish up. But now in the classrooms, I use it a lot. You know, when I tell the kids and I'm redirecting them, I'm not that perfect guy. You know, here's my story on why, but this is what I learned from it. So learn from me. And so that also pushes me to, when the guys want to get extra work, you know, I'm there. And that's kind of what got me, you know, training quarterbacks on the side a little bit. And so, yeah, that was my story. But I went off to school.